How you guys doing? Welcome back. Today is Thursday, 7/22/2021. Let's get into it. If you're new here, welcome. We're talking about technical analysis. Now, technical analysis is probably 1/8 of what I would usually do in a trading plan. I would probably have risk management covered, trading plan, I'll write that out. So, technical, fundamental, mental analysis. I'd have the macro markets down, I'd have my goal setting down, and I have consistency. Those 8 things is how I'm successful in the stock market. When it comes exclusively to technical analysis, we're going to discuss today supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, RSI, stochastic, and vortex. The 10th thing being love. Not really. But I'm trying to beat 15 minutes today. If you're new here, welcome. That's the goal. That's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to try. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, or don't. I don't really care, but it'd be cool to have you around for more than one episode if you enjoy this kind of content. Alright? And then if you really like this content, the Discord's available. Check it out. It's free until the first of the month, then you get charged. So come join us and see what's up, or just add me. Check out the description box below. A bunch of great stuff's on there. Check me out down there on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, all those kinds of great things. Today we have 8 tickers. With that being said, let's get into it. So first is ATVI. What's beautiful is every line is on here. Our supports are white. Our resistances are orange. Resistance trend is orange and dotted. Our trend line is golden and dotted. Now usually they're uptrending, but again, this is a nice downward wedge. We have our volume profile lines here. This is where 70% of volume happens. This is the POC. It's the strongest support and resistance on this chart, but it's also very gravitational. It pulls you up, which we want, or it'll pull you down. I don't have the time now to cover volume profile. Watch this video, if I remember put it up there, about it. 20 minutes in and out. You'll thank me later. Trust me, go check it out. ATVI, since that massive sell-off, we have a bunch of downward wedges forming, and they're all very beautiful. This is a gorgeous one. SOFI was one yesterday we were watching, and it did that pretty well, right? It busted out about 15%. This is less volatile, but again, it's a very similar idea. It breaks out, hopefully you get 4 or 5 easy percent, and leads us up to about the $98, $99 range. Even if it's not, this horizontal play is obvious, right? You may have an overall downward, downward trajectory over a long time here, but this support area below 89, if you do break this into this area, 89 to 88, is going to be a golden opportunity to buy in because of value. I like both ideas. Let's watch and see what it does. Let's check the indicators. What's super cool about this channel, besides me, is that I don't check indicators while I scan. No VWAP, no RSI being oversold, no golden crosses, none of it. So what you're going to see is perfect price action, either supporting or being deterred by the indicators. I don't enter because of them. They're here to support or deter me. I've never seen this before. You'll see these live with me. It's a great opportunity for y'all who are new to see what to look for in indicators. Let's check these out. So for Activision ATVI, it's obvious the 200 and the 50 are going to be resistances. So you see we're below both of them, but see how many times we bounce off of these? See how we bounce off all these lines constantly, like super well? While we're down here, they'll both be resistances. So again, this wedge does follow through well with being a breakout. If we break above the 50, that's a great sign. If we break above the 200, again, if we hold above it, that's a fantastic sign. We have value. We have that to look forward to. If we do break out above both these, it'll be a fantastic day for us. RSI, it's low at 40. You want it probably closer to 34, but again, this is just fine. RSI, it's low, but this is an obvious divergence. Lower lows, but then higher lows. That right there, bullish divergence. Again, that's great for what we're looking at. And of course, bulls are low, bears are high, but it is somewhat consolidating. ATVI Activision, it does make sense to enter. I like this company. I like this position. It's great value. The only downside is that 50 and 200 EMA line. Otherwise, ATVI, I like it a lot. Watchlist it. Check it out. Next is BKD, Brookdale Senior Living. We want to get it, again, lower. Give daddy, a 5% pullback. If I can get in towards 734, I'll be very happy here. We have obvious lower highs going on, but the macro trend's very much alive here. But we have some form of consolidation here, right? We're going sideways, but overall, been great. It's been a huge uptrend. It is a bit overextended here. I mean, we're talking almost, 87% since this started, but it's a fantastic, easy channel up. Of course, the risk is a bit higher up here, so I want to see a pullback maybe to 760, 765. get me in here and we'll talk business. But BKD, a great one to watch list. Let's check out these indicators. We can see that 50 below it is where we have value. Higher lows, but value. Again, we're down here. We don't really touch the 200. We've actually gone farther away from it than previous price action. So we have obvious uptrends. If we can get down here and start touching or getting close to it, that would be fantastic. But again, we want to aim for that 760 spot. RSI, it's low. It does get lower eventually, occasionally, twice, but this is basically plumb low for it. Stochastic, it's fair. You want this a little bit lower, like towards -50. Let this pull back, like I said, pull back to us. And again, bulls are low, bears are high, but you want bulls maybe 20 ticks lower, 20 pips lower, bears 20 pips higher. BKD does need a small pullback to be a great entry for value. You can enter it once you cross over the 50, that's fine. But this is a fine pickup. Watch list it. I do like it a lot. Next is CNX. We have another downward wedge. You're going to notice, if you watched my show for a while, when I first started, it was all ascending triangles, then it was then it was scaling up channels. Now we have a lot of descending wedges. These things happen on purpose with macro markets. Again, that's just interesting to note, isn't it? CNX has obvious downward wedge here, but an obvious support play together. That in itself is going to be convergence. Earnings is coming, so I mean, this could definitely do one of these, but it could also do one of these if it does break out. So keep that in mind, because last earnings, it did just fine on the long run. It did pretty well. So again, I'm not overly excited because of that, but again, this support is super strong, even better towards 1193. If we can pull back to like this move right here, 1188, pull back here, that's going to be glorious. So again, let this die to us at least to 1223. Let it come down in this little wedge, but if it does show life and break out, again, you can buy the breakout if you want to. But this wedge is obvious, this support is obvious, earning potential again over here. It ran down and then run back up. We're going to have some options moving forward with CNX. Let's check these indicators. What we can see clearly is that it was going up, consolidated, and now it's below both of them. Again, just like ATVI, the 10, the 50, the 200 will be resistances moving forward, especially the 200 and the 50. So we do show some life, get a nice 6-7% and hit this and then start to die off. You'll know why. The 50s being a real piece of shit right here. RSI, it's low, right where you want it. Stochastic is low, right where you want it. Bulls are low, bears are high, but bulls are making a move back. Again, that kind of makes sense with the action we see here, this big push up. So again, CNX looks pretty good. I'm not sold right here. Let me have another 20% pullback if possible, but CNX into the future, watch list it. You want to play that breakout, it could be glorious. Next is land. What a gorgeous uptrend. Again, it's close to 100%. It would be at 28 bucks would be about 100% for this uptrend, right? It's been really crushing it, really going higher. And again, here we have some form of consolidation happening. It does that often. See this even over here. It was running up, consolidates, takes down, just like this, consolidates, ran up, came back down, ran up, consolidates, runs down, consolidates. This is normal. I'm not freaking out. Now the dividends, as you can see, usually lead to red. See how almost every time after we get dividend, it does dip down. So again, if we do have a dividend here, we're dipping down just like it always does, and we're starting to come back. LAND, easy trend play, easy support, can easily see 6% pretty quickly. Let's check the indicators. So we can see again, the 50 has just been, this whole entire week has just been a real piece of work stopping us from getting above it. But that 200, see how we're getting close to hitting it twice, and we don't hit it at all over here. This does reinforce the fact we're going more horizontal now, that we're getting closer to the 200. This is obvious support area, obvious convergence. That's beautiful. We break this 50. You can day trade it and see if it can go up a little bit higher. Easy 2 or 3% if it does. RSI, we want it lower, but again, it spends most of its time north of here, so that's a good sign. We want it a little bit lower, but that's okay. Stochastic is low and curling. I love that. Bulls are low, bears are high. Again, they're closer together than they want them to be, but that's consolidation for you. LAND is going horizontal. The email on show that for sure. It's consolidating. It should be a great one to watch. I like it a lot. Watch list it. Let's see what it does this week. Next is STRO, another gorgeous wedge down. Again, I don't love wedge downs all the time, but with this kind of market, this kind of makes sense to me. I want to see it a little bit lower, but this support in itself, minus right here, minus this, is almost a perfect support area. And again, I think this dip down is a part of the overall wedge itself. But again, even down here, if we were to take this support line, bring this down, it lines up almost perfectly with this one here. So again, this is a great support area. If we see red tomorrow and just breaks through all this, hell yeah. Let it get down to 1640, 1652. Go for that double bottom, that wedge here. Let it come down to us. And then even here, easy 8% on a run up. If STRO does get some life, it gets some good news, whatever it is, and we do get a breakout, this thing should be extremely volatile and a great play. Let's check the indicators. Once again, the 200 is the main culprit. The 50 in the shorter time frame, see all this action here? How it hits this and it dies off? And some folks say TA is just astrology for white dudes. Again, funny, but this is clear, obvious, evidence what happens with TA. It works pretty well. So we can see the 50 is being a great resistance. We break that, we're going to be off to the races. We break the 200, for sure off to the races. So again, be ready to take profit towards that area. RSI, we want a little bit lower. Let it come back down to 32. Give me 10 pips off down here. It'll be perfect. We're a little bit overbought from that move up. So again, let it come back down to us. That's fine. And now again, it's fair. So if green does win here, we push up higher. We could get a breakout. Watch for that. But again, STRO, I want to pull back. This is a fine looking ticker to me. Watch this. Even if you don't play it right now, you want to wait for that pullback and it does pull back, it'll be really primed to go then. STRO, watch this. I do like that one a lot too. SYNH looks a lot more like land than it does the other ones, doesn't it? A beautiful trend up, not nearly as steep. It's only gone up about 48% in these months here, but it's a gorgeous looking spot to be buying into. It's showing life after market. That's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 solid hits. Now the resistance trend line's kind of meh. It's there. You could probably find anything in here and try and justify, like, oh, it's a broadening wedge, oh, it's a rising wedge. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep that one here because I want to see myself not get too greedy. After like a 5% move up, that's fine. But again, a very obvious trend line meeting a support spot. Again, old resistance, old resistance, old resistance was a support. So again, this is definitely becoming support here. Double bottom. I like it a lot. Let's check the indicators. CYNH is about to break the 50. That's going to be your go signal here. You wait for a pullback? Sure, $86 right in this area, $86.30. Beautiful. If it breaks above both EMA lines right here, it'll be properly stacked. What's going to happen if it breaks this area? It'll be price, 10, 50, 200 EMA line. When that happens on this time frame, you get your best run-ups. You can see clearly, properly stacked, run up, properly stacked, run up, properly stacked, run up. I'm not lying to you. It's the best way to get runs. So if you do have a crossover here, go for it. If it does die, buy into value. Both are just fine. RSI, it's low. It's where you want it. Probably a little bit lower, but this is still very good. Stochastic, a little bit overbought. That's fine on this run up. If we do break this area, it'll come down to retest it and then take off. Bulls low, bears high. It checks every box pretty well here. And again, you gotta wait for a better value or you gotta wait for a crossover. Kind of no man's land. But right here, it's a great look. SYNH, look into it. I like it a lot. We're on par to break 15 minutes. Let's go. TXN. I want more calculator money. I'm coming for you, TXN. I want my money. We can see TXN once again is in value, but we have earnings and a dividend. Last time it happened, it plummeted. Last time it happened, it plummeted. Let's not rush in, okay? This thing does like to plummet on us. If it does break this area, which would absolutely devastate me, if it does, we're looking closer to 177, probably closer to 175 here. Let us come down to the support area. If we do see down here, gem, for sure. But if this does hold the price action, this area, easy 5% move. It could easily be more right here. TXN has been absolutely stunning, absolutely consistent, making a gorgeous ascending triangle right here, as we can see. It's looking real good, looking real nice. I like that a lot. Huge consolidation. Let's check the earnings, or let's check the indicators. Sorry. So we can see it's below the 200, clear value. Below the 200, value. Value, 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 value. Again, it does it consistently. I'm not worried about that. But again, these will be resistances moving forward. So if you start to hit this wall at 188, if you do come back up and start to die off, you'll know why. RSI, we want it a little bit lower, but this is almost perfect. Stochastic is dummy low at -77. That's great. And again, there's some form of consolidation because this is a triangle rising. But again, you want to see bulls lower, bears higher. But we got to see bulls at least come in soon. I will give up having a low RSI or a low vortex to have some life and hold this. I'll play the comeback, I'll play the pullback, but again, TXN here is a fantastic value. I don't condone rushing in on this kind of play with earnings and dividends, but we see some life soon. Yeah, TXN, watch list it, absolute snack. Last but not least is VSTO. Again, a great run up, a bit steep from its run up, has been almost close to 100% here, but again, almost 8 hits in this area in this trend line up. This trend line's beautiful. It's a nice rising wedge. We could easily see 25-30%. Earnings is coming. Historically, crashed, ran up. Oh, earnings, crashed, ran up. Oh, earnings, crashed, crashing, running up. We'll see. VSTO checks out. Great technical setup. We have a great old resistance becoming a support area. Beautiful. Lower highs, so it's consolidating. Higher lows. Exactly what you want to see. Let's check the indicators. We can see clearly that the 200's here. So we have below 200, value, 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 value. And again, it hits it plenty. I'm not worried about that. Again, big rise up, consolidation. This is giant consolidation area over here. Made a giant triangle. Again, rise up, possible triangle coming over here. Going sideways, that's just fine because we have value if it is going sideways. Gorgeous. RSI, I want it lower, but again, it's low. Stochastic, I want it lower, but again, an obvious divergence was formed here. That's beautiful. Hope we see life soon. Bulls, bears, they're fighting. It's consolidating. We're waiting for a breakout. VSTO checks every box. I like it. I want to see some life or more value. Earnings makes me nervous, but again, a great pickup. There you guys have it. We got that done in 16 minutes. Ah, so close. Oh, I need that. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. In the future, I think for my Discord folks, I'm going to actually do an extended version. Like, I'll end it here for you guys, and then I'm going to actually go back through each of these slowly with my Discord folks. That'll probably be in a week or so. But if y'all really like the quicker content and like this quicker delivered, comment, say so. I need some feedback. I would appreciate it. Otherwise, have a good rest of your week. We'll see you guys Sunday for another Watchlist episode. Thanks. Have a good one.